Hi guys, how you're doing? Sandra Lemming here, co-founder of downundermarketing.com, along with Robbie Van Welt. And I'm here today doing this video for newbies, beginners, absolute beginners, people who are starting out online, whether it be with their own business, um, doing internet marketing, or they want to start to be bloggers. This video will be useful for people who want to learn how to do a blog, how to put the blog up, how to construct a blog on a website. Okay. Now, the first thing we need to do is we need to log into the website that we're going to use. I've already got the login admin page, and we're using a WordPress blog for this today. Okay, so I'm on the admin page, I've got my details, and I'm going to log in. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to construct a blog, where to put the blog, how to construct it, how to add an image, and how to add a YouTube video to your blog. Okay, so now we've logged into our website, and it's brought us to the back end of our website, what we call the admin section. Now, this particular website is running a Genesis theme. It's an SFM Authority install site for SFM members. And it's virtually a pre-built site with information on it. And all you have to do is then just write some blogs and do your About Me page. So you don't have to worry about setting up other pages with information about your business, and about your training and what you're learning within the SFM. That's one of the great things about the SFM. So we're on the Metro theme, which is a child theme of Genesis. And we've pretty much set up some things, we've installed some plugins, and we're ready to get a blog out there, because the most important thing for your website is to start getting activity on your website, is to start sharing valuable information, whether that information be yours or information that you're sharing of somebody else's that's valuable, that can help people. Or you might just be somebody who likes to tell stories, whether they be fiction, fact, truth-based, or whatever. But you might like to entertain people with telling stories. You can do that with a blog. Now, all a blog post is, and all a blog is on your website, is it's like a story page. It's where you can tell lots of little short stories, lots of big stories. You can put images into those stories. Some people call them articles, but they're most commonly known as blog posts on a blog. And a blog is a page on your website, and it's usually called blog, just about with every website platform across there, not only WordPress. But we're using the WordPress SFM Authority site today. Okay, so you've done the setup, you've got some plugins installed, you've customized your theme a little bit, and you want to start sharing information. And you need to share information on your site once you've set it up, because it's important. That's how you let Google know that you're a real person, you're running a website, and you're sharing information. And it encourages the search engines to crawl your site more regularly with their bots, and it helps with your rankings. So the more active you are putting blog posts and onto your website, the easier it will make it for you and your site to become ranked in the search engines and move up in the search pages, and start to land in front of people who would be interested in the information that you have to share. So I always construct my blog post in a Word document. I run a Windows system. So I always pre-construct my blog in a Word document. I'll have a pen and paper to start with, and I'll write down a subject heading, whether it be, how to cook a cake, or cooking a chocolate cake, or a one-step chocolate cake, or, how to do an ad on Facebook, whatever my subject is going to be. It could be how to crochet a blanket or whatever. I will start that on a pen and paper, with a pen and paper as a draft. I will write down, the subject. I'll write down some information in the format of an article or a story, and I will think of a title for that blog. And then I will I will open up Windows, and I will open up Windows document, and I will start typing that information out and getting it reasonably organized. Then I will come to my blog, log into my blog. And when you want to post a blog post on your website, this is not a page. You're not creating a new page for this. You want to put it into blog posts. You're going to come over to your left admin bar, we call this, your admin menu. And you're going to scroll down till you see the word posts, and see how when you scroll over that, it opens up all posts, add new, categories, tags. For the moment, we're going to add new. Okay, so we're going to click on add new. Now what this does is it takes you into the editing section where you can create a blog post. Okay, and to save time, I've already got mine written out. I've got a heading in the, in a Word document. As you can see here, this is the Word document. I've got the blog pretty much, and I've got a title. Now don't worry if you can't think of a catchy title, it's all right. Just stick with a generic title. Just understand that the title you use for your blog will then become part of your URL for that blog post. And so you'll also want keywords. Keywords the way you link information in your story, in your article, in your blog post, to your title, your blog post URL, and helps make it more congruent and easier to search in the search engines. Okay, so I've just gone with a very generic how to start a blog post. Okay, there'll be people who search for that. I've already done my research on this blog post, and I know that people do search, start a blog post, things like that. So I've got 3 keywords: start a blog post, start blog post. So I can use, blog post as a search term for SEO ranking, but we'll get into that in a later video. Okay, so that's my title, how to start a blog. So I want that to be the same on my blog post. So I'm going to put up here, going to type in how to, whoops, ahead of myself here, how to start a blog post. Okay, now don't worry, this will spell wrong. It just isn't in a lot of dictionaries. If you know how to use dictionaries, you can add the word to dictionary and it won't, but don't worry about it if you're new and you don't understand all that. Just write it up there. Make sure you have, the correct spelling for everything else. Blog will always show up, and there you go. Here's my permalink, or my URL. This is going to be my URL that I'm going to share my blog post with. So when I finish writing this blog post and publishing this blog post, it will publish on the blog page with this URL, and I'll be able to copy and paste that URL into places like Facebook and G+. But let's get started. So there you go. I've got that, how to start a blog post. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click in here. This is like a little word processor, and this is how you can, you can set up a blog post, all right? This is a bold, this is italic, you can have strike throughs, and this here is what we call a kitchen sink. If you click on that, it will open up the rest of your menu up here that you'll need to edit and do some work on your blog post. So I'm just going to scroll this page up a little bit. So I've got my title up the top there. Now the first thing I want to do is I want to get my information on here before I construct it all. So I'm going to go back to my Word document and I'm going to copy all of this. I'm going to highlight it with my mouse, which is a left click on your mouse, and I'm going to copy the whole lot. I'm going to right click now over that, and I'm going to click copy. Okay, then I'm going to go back to my blog post. Here I am back at my blog post, and you can insert it with just clicking on paste as plain text, or you can use this as paste from Word. Okay, either or, it doesn't matter. It's entirely up to you which you use. If you paste, if you've done some formatting in Word and you've got some headings and things like that, pictures and stuff, images, it will paste all of that in here if you click on paste from Word. It'll keep the Word formatting. But I'm just going to show you how to paste as plain text. it opens up this box here, and I'm going to right click and I'm going to paste. And there you go. It pastes as plain text there. Okay. Now, if I wanted to keep the Word document that I've got and keep the formatting that I've got in there, I can click here. I can right click and I can paste, and it'll keep the formatting pretty much similar to how I've got it in the Word document. Okay. So I'm going to insert this. And here you go, there you go. I've got the starts of a blog, okay, the start of my blog. Now I'm going to do some formatting here. What I want to do is I want to turn this up here into a heading. So I'm going to copy on that, and I'm going to see this paragraph section here. I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to give it a heading number 2. Okay, I don't want it too big. I want to make sure the color is right. You can change the colors by clicking on here. You've got colors here. I'm going to keep it a nice dark black. I can bold it. I want to slope it a little bit. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to click away from that. And there you go. There's a nice italic heading. There's a heading for my blog. Now I'm going to scroll through here. I'm going to look at this. And see if I like it. You know, I can delete things. I can, you know, do everything from here. So I'm going to scroll down here. All right. You know, now if I want, I can put another heading in here. If I want to emphasize sentences or things like that, or just words, you know, I can highlight over sections, and I can emphasize that with a bolding like that. There you go, see? And I can put that back like that. And I can scroll down. Yeah, I might want to change the color of that. Make it a red perhaps so it stands out. There you go, see? And our blog is starting to take shape. And as you can see, you know, this here will tell you that the word is spelt wrong. That's just because in my dictionary at the moment I haven't set it up to accept the word blog. So I'm going to scroll down through here and check my formatting. Okay, so I'd like to bold this out because this is a little important part. So I'm going to make that a black, and I'm going to bold it. Now if I want that to be a little bit bigger, I can go up to here and I can choose one of the smaller headings if I wish. I could maybe, you know, go up, you know, heading 3. There you go. All right. So I'm pretty happy with where we're going from here. You know, and I'm going to scroll down, and you know, there's some areas here where I could add some images. So you know, I look for areas that I could add some images, okay, or extra headings. All right. So down here, you know, look at your draft. Now type that into read your blog. You know, blah blah. You know, so now your research is done and your draft story is done. Give yourself a pat on the back. Okay, I could probably put an image in here somewhere, maybe between here and here. I'm going to put the cursor there. I'm going to put a space there. We're going to add an image to the blog just under here. All right. So to add the image to this blog post, I'm going to go up here and I'm going to click on Add Image. Now I don't have many images in the media library at the moment, so I'm going to upload one directly from my computer. So I'm going to select Files, and I'm going to click on my pictures. I know I have a folder here with a picture saved in it. I'm going to click on this, and I'm going to open this. I'm going to scroll down till I find the picture that I want. And hopefully I won't travel too fast for myself. Okay, I'm going to click on here. This is the image I want to use, and I want to put this image inside my blog post. Now I'm going to fix my title up. And my title, I'm going to go, how to start a blog post. Now this is important with your image because you want some of the keywords in your image description here to make it easier for the bots to the spiders when they're going over your site. So you want to put some of your keywords. Okay, so once you've got your blog up, or some of your keywords will be in your URL or your keyword phrase. Okay, and that's my keyword, that's my phrase, that's my URL for my blog post. So it links this image to the URL of my blog post. Now this alt text here, this is for people who can't see images or view the images. They may be on a device or on a computer somewhere, or an old operating system or an operating system that doesn't recognize the image. So you need to put a little bit of a description of the image there, just what the image is. So that person is, because if you put nothing there, they're not seeing anything. So they just think there's a blank space there. Okay, and this also helps people who, are visually impaired and they're using assistance aids. It also helps them as well. Okay, so here we're going to put image of how to research for your blog post. Okay, so now anyone who can't see this image will know what this image is trying to explain. And here you can put a bit of a description. Make sure you use your keyword phrase. Now, if you don't understand what I'm talking about with keywords and SEO, that's okay. Just follow along with this video and do what I'm doing here. You can get into SEO later on. So, don't, when you first start out, you may not know anything about SEO. That's okay. Don't get hung up and confused on it. Now we need to align this image. Where in the blog post do we want it? Do we want it no alignment so we can move it around ourselves? Or do we want to put it to the left? Do we want to put it to the center? Do we want to put it to the right? We can put it to the left of our blog post, in the center of our blog post. I'm going to click on center. And at the moment, the image is showing up at medium. If you click on this little down arrow here, you can make it a thumbnail or you can make it full size, but I'm going to leave it at medium. Okay, now that'll insert into the center of that blog post. So we're going to click insert. And there you go, there's the image. You can see the image just in between the two bits of information that I wanted. And that'll appear in the middle of the blog post. Okay, so I'm happy with that. This is underneath. This is really good. Okay, and now we're going to move on. We're going to scroll down through our blog. And remember, your blog post doesn't have to be very long. It can just be a couple of paragraphs with a video or a couple of paragraphs with an image. So we're scrolling down, checking it out. Okay, I'm liking that. All right. Got good information in there. I might like to actually, I want to make this section here red because this is important, and I'm going to bold that out. I don't want people to get overwhelmed when they're doing their first blog. Okay, now down here where it's this sentence here, I'd like to separate this a little bit and make it look, make it pop a little bit, okay? In real time on, and I'm going to put my cursor here, and I'm going to highlight from there to the end. And what I want to do is I want to sort of separate this into sections. So I'm going to click this here. I'm going to copy that, first. And then I'm going to put the cursor there, and I'm going to press enter there. I'm going to enter there, enter there, enter there, and I can probably, sorry about that, I could probably, oh, that's okay. And what I want to do is move this one as well. Okay. And I'm going to highlight these. So what I want to do is I want to bring them in a little bit, make them pop a little. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to do here. I've highlighted those, and I'm going to number. I'll use numbers, bring it over. Okay. I like that. I'm going to make this a little bit bolder. Put black here, and I'm going to make it like a bit of a heading. We'll go 3 again. Yes, I like that. And I'm going to change this to red. I'm going to bold it out. And I will put this on a slope. Okay. All right, now we're going to scroll over these, and I'm going to scroll up. And I'm going to go to black, and I'm going to go to bold. There we go. I'm actually quite happy with that. I like that. Okay, and below that, I'm going to put a video. The video I'm going to put is the one that I'm recording right now. Okay, so there you go. That's pretty much. I'll have to add the video after I publish the blog post. That's okay. I can come back and do that. That's fine. You know, so that's pretty much how you construct your blog post. Now I'm going to show you how to add a video. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to find a section where I want to put the video. I'm going to separate this here. I'm going to some research. So you can see how easy it is to, you know, formalize and finish off and just add some tidy extras to your blog post. Okay, and I'm going to put a video in here somewhere. Excuse me. We may put the video just above here. So we're going to click enter, and I want to put the video just underneath. Actually, got the image there, so we'll take that back. We may actually drop this image out and put the video here. I would prefer to put a video here. So we're going to delete that image, and we're going to go back to here, and we're going to click a couple of enters, just take it down a bit, and we're going to click up here. I'm going to go XXXXX because I want to install a video here. I want to embed. I want to show you how to embed. So I'm going to click on text. I'm going to show you, and here's your X's here. That's where you're going to install your video. So you're going to go to YouTube or Vimeo, but I have the video on my YouTube channel. So I'm going to come to my YouTube channel. To find the video I'm looking for, videos that I've uploaded, I'm going to click. So what I've done, I've come here, it'll be on, what to watch first. I've clicked on my channel, and I'm on my channel because I know where this video is that I uploaded. I'm going to click on videos. And that will open up the videos that I've uploaded to my channel. And here's the video that I want to share. So I'm going to open that video up. And I'm going to come down here once it's finished loading, and I'm going to click on this word here, share. You can do this with anyone's YouTube video. It doesn't have to be yours, but I'm going to upload mine. I'm going to click on embed code because I want the embed. I don't want this link here. I want embed. And this is the embed code that I need to copy. So I'm going to copy this code by right-clicking on my mouse. I'm going to copy. I'm going to go back over to my blog, and I'm going to highlight these X's here, and I'm going to right-click, and I'm going to paste. Okay, now I'm going to go back to visual, and as you can see, there's the video there. Nice and big, just directly under. If I want to move this up, I can. Move it up one, backspace. Okay, and now, let's place an image in our blog. We might use an image that we can use as a featured image. Down the side here, you'll see down the bottom, you have a section where you can put featured image. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a featured image. So I'm going to come back up here, and I'm going to click this down a bit. And I'm going to click here, and I'm going to add media, and I'm going to go to my upload files. I'm going to go to select files. I'm in the folder that I want, copyright. I'm going to scroll down. Let's find a nice little image that I can use that I like. Here we go. I like this one. We'll use the teddy bear sitting at his computer. So we'll open that up. We will give it a new title. How to start a blog post. Remember, you're using, parts of your URL and stuff in here. A teddy bear. We'll put image of a teddy bear. Sitting, at a computer, wondering how to start a blog post. Now, if I want, I can copy all of that as well that I put in there, and I can put exactly the same thing down here to save time. I want to center it, scroll down, it's on medium. I want the largest picture here because I want it to be a featured image. So I'm going to go for large. I'm going to insert. And I'm going to have a look at that. Okay, I like that. It's nice and large. You know, I could have taken that into a photo editing program and added some text or something if I wanted to, but that's, you know, that's quite good. I like that. So I'll leave it at that. We will now move this writing further back up. Okay. So we've inserted our image. We're going to use that as our featured image. We've added our text, we've put a few headings, we've changed a couple of colors, we've added the video. We can move this back up if we want to there. We're quite happy with it. And now all that really needs to be done is publish your video. Okay, now I'm going to have to come back to this later and add another video below that. That'll be this video recording. So we're going to click publish video. Okay, and you can view the post by clicking on this button here if you wish, or you can just right click up here, open it in a new tab, close off YouTube. I don't need that anymore. That'll open up in a new tab. Now, if you've forgotten to do a few things, and you will when you're new, and that's okay, don't worry. Okay, down the side here you'll see things like categories and stuff like that. At the moment it's posted in uncategorized. Now if we want to, you can come back up here, and the status here, it says published. Okay, you've got visibility, public. You can always click on edit here and you can take it back to a draft or pending review. You can take it back to a draft, or personally I prefer to take it back to a draft. So you can take it back into a draft. You can click on OK, and you can come down here and you can add a category. You may not want to have everything called uncategorized. Okay, usually I set these categories up when I first start with a plugin that I have, but I'm going to add a new category, and I'm going to put how to. How to blog. We'll call it how to blog. We'll add the new category, and there it's added there. So we can take it out of uncategorized now, and it's there. And further down here you'll see tags. Tags are just just use some of the words that you've used in your blog post. So we can put blog post, and you can put a comma, and you can put how to, and you can put posts, you can put video, whatever is relevant, and you can put but we're just going to put those couple of tags there. Okay, blog posts, how to, posts. So we've got those tags there. We're going to set our featured image. It'll bring us into the library here. We can click on this here, set our featured image. You can edit the image if you wish, make it smaller. When you know parameters and stuff, you may wish to edit the image. but I'm just going to click set as featured image. What that does is when people share this blog post, it shares with this image, okay? So I'm going to go back up to here. I'm going to update that. Excuse me. I'm going to click on edit here. And I'm going to take it back to publish. There you go, it's published, it's public. This is when it was published on. You can edit the way that looks if you wish. You know, okay, so to see how that looks, you can click on view post, preview changes, view post, but this is what the post will look like now it's finished. This is what it will look like on your website. So this is our website. We're on our blog page. So we're going to click on our blog page. Okay, and here it is here, how to start a blog post. Ready for somebody to leave a comment. And you can scroll down and you can see there, nice big image at the top, very visual. Has another image further down below, which is the video that people can watch. And it's going to have another video on it. You can see there, it looks good. And once I add a video below this later on, which is this video here, I will click share, tweet, and Pinterest. Now these share buttons down here, these actually help you share your information to your social media sites, okay? So that's all they are. They're just to share your information from your website. So if I click Twitter, I could share that to all my Twitter followers. I could share it to my friends and followers on Facebook. The same with G+. And you know, I have more options here. Now there's one thing else I want to show you how to do. This is a generic blog post. You never ever use the generic blog post to write your very first blog. You don't want to use this hello world, okay? You never ever want to use this hello world. So what you want to do is you want to go back to your admin section, and over your blog post here, you want to go down to all posts. And you click on all posts, and down here you will tick this box. This is the generic WordPress blog post. Do not use this blog post for your first blog post. Trash that. Okay, so you have your very first blog post up. It has the right, we'll refresh that page. It has the right date. That's why you don't want to use the generic hello world one, because it has the wrong date. But as you hear, here's the first. It's got, you know, the author. It's, you know, got the correct date. It's all finished. It looks good. It looks presentable. It gives good information, and I will go back in now and I will render this video, upload this video to YouTube, so I can come back to this blog post and put the video at the bottom of this this blog post for you all to watch. Well, I hope that's been helpful for you and has explained a little bit about blog posts, how to use your blog section of your website, how to add your new blog post. And remember, don't try and do too much at once. That all you really want to do is get a story, an article up there that looks good, is presentable, it's not too messy, it's easier to read, you don't have too many really big chunky areas of text. Always remember to try and separate your text like I have here into smaller blocks. It's easier to read. If this was all joined together, it would be very hard to read. So that's how to start a blog post and publish it. So, you know, have a great day. This is Sandra Lemming, co-founder of Down Under Marketing from downundermarketing.com. And I'll be back, and Robbie will be back with some more tutorial videos and blogs to help you get underway with starting your WordPress blogging today. Bye for now.